Hey web warriors, welcome back to Web Dev Made Easy. Today, before we dive into our tutorial today is going to be amazing. It's going to be adding Google Maps to our website. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for all the support and encouragement that I have received for our amazing community. I'm incredibly happy to read such positive encouragement comments for all of you. It's a lot of them. I'm showing just a few of them, okay? So your feedback inspires me to continue creating content that adds value to your web development journey. Now, let's dive into our Google Maps integration tutorial. I walk you through each step, make sure it's straightforward, and I'm trying to make it engaging. We have a folder with the name of the project, so let's drag that onto our VS Code. Now traditionally we might click new file multiple times to create the files you need, but that's where the magic of Dev Made Easy comes in. Instead of clicking around, we are going to use a simple line of code that will create the two files we need instantly. Let me show you how. Use this command: touch index.html, style.css, and just like that, both the index.html and style.css files are created in the folder. It's that simple. Okay, and now let's move into the index. Okay, let's create our markup. Use Emmet, also simple. And let's move right into the title. In the title, let's say the name of the project, so Google Maps on website. Okay, it's simple like that. And you also need a link connecting our markup to our CSS. Let's move into the body, and here let's create a div with the class of container. This is where the magic happens. We're going to use this container to group and organize our content beautifully. Okay, so let's move into the CSS. In the realm of CSS, let's have our universal selector, and by setting margin padding to 0, we eliminate any unwanted space around the elements. Plus the box size in the box, ensure that our elements width and height stay constant, including any padding and border we add. And let's now move to the body. And here the font family is going to be Poppins, where we give our text a modern, elegant touch. It's a font that is both eye-catching and easy to read. But wait, there's more. With the background color property, we give our entire page a fresh coat of triple F5s, a lovely light gray shade. This perfect backdrop for your content to shine. Now let's move into our container. Okay, let's give it some style. Let's start with the max of 800 pixels. Your container wants to stretch too wide. Keep everything neat and tight. The margin 0 and auto centers it perfect on the page, no matter the screen size. The padding 40 pixels, 20 pixels provide just the right amount of space inside the container, give your content room to breathe. And the background color FFF has a touch of elegance and a clean white background. And of course the box shadow. Add a captivate effect, casting a soft glow around your container. That's amazing. And finally, okay, very important, we are using all the time here the border radius. Let's give it about a radius of 10 pixels. Give your container gently round corners, adding that extra flair to your design. Alright devs, and now let's go back into our index.html. Okay, we're about to see side by side what you're doing here. Let's have a H1 say explore our location. And yeah, now let's use live server and let's see side by side what we're creating. Alrighty, now let's grab our H1 and let's apply say style. Okay, now you can see just this one, started by line 21. And here let's start by say text align center. This line center you text give it a professional and polished look. Okay, I'm using Emmet as you can see. For the font size here, let's say 2080 pixel. With this one you can adjust the size of heading to make it bold and eye-catching. That's the idea. The font weight, let's say bold, is perfect to grab attention. And for the color, let's say 3x3s. It is a stylish dark gray color to make our heading pop up. Margin border 30 pixels. Add a touch of elegance by giving heading some breathing space at the bottom. Alright, new here. Ready to take your dev skills to the next level? Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated to our newest videos, suitable for beginners and advanced developers alike. Don't miss out on valuable insights and tips. Join us now and let's grow together. Now we are gonna go back to our index.html, and in here let's create another container, this time one for our map. Okay, so the class is gonna be map container. Okay, we're gonna be using that later on CSS. And now let's go to the place that I wanna show you. It's right here in Coimbra, okay, Portugal. Is Convent of Christ, as you can see, a nice place to visit. It's a nice place close to my house here. And let's go to the embedded map. Let's copy this HTML and let's just place it here, and voila, as you can see, is right on our page. Now let's grab that map container. Okay, looks like my mouse is not working well, and let's apply some style to this container. Dot map container, and the position here is going to be relative, which is essential for proper position within the container. Width is going to be 100%. This line ensures that our map container spans the entire width of its parent element. Height 0, yes, that's right. We are setting the height to 0, but don't worry, we have a clever trick up our sleeves. Padding border is going to be 56.25%. This is where the magic happens. By using a passage-based padding bottom, we maintain the aspect ratio of 16:9. Now let's grab the iframes or the map itself, okay? And by setting the position to absolute, we have full control over the iframe's placement inside its container. Top 0, left 0. With this line, we ensure that iframe starts on the top left corner of its parent container. With 100% and height also 100, here is the secret to make the iframe take up the entire available space with its container. So width and height 100%. Border none, so say goodbye to those ugly borders around the iframes. And border radius to give some elegance and make the borders round. Let's say border radius 10 pixels. And yeah, we have this nice effect. Alright, now let's go back to our index.html and let's create a link, a tag element with the class of button. href attribute is set to nowhere for now, but don't worry, we're gonna take care of that, okay? And let's also have some text here. Let's say, for example, view on Google Maps, okay? As you can see, we have a very ugly button, but let's take care of that right now. Oh, this is where the magic unfolds. We are crafting the button's appearance step by step, okay? Let's start with display inline block. Just set the button to display as an inline element, so it fits perfect inside the container. The background color, let's give it a nice green, okay? Gives our button its inviting charm to the user to click it, so it's grabbing attention. White text color make the button's message pop against the lovely green background. Nice. And for padding, 10 pixels, 20 pixels, we'll give our button just the right amount of padding, make it comfy to click without being too much. And those round corners, border radius 5 pixels, add a touch of elegance, make our button look polished. Text decoration none, so we remove any underlines for the text. It's sleek and clean, just the way we like it. Margin 20 pixels, just add a bit of space above the button. Ensure it's a space, so room to breathe and stand out. And transition, background color, here is gonna be 0.3 seconds. When the user hover over the button, its background color transition to a slightly darker shade of green. That's a neat touch, isn't it? So transition, 0.3 seconds. And now let's create that hover effect, okay? So on hover effect, let's grab the background color and let's pick here a little darker green, okay? Like so. So take a look at this. Wow. That's nice. Going back to the HTML, okay. Let's add a sleek and professional footer to our website, giving credit to the Google Maps while keep it neat and stylish, okay? So we have this ugly footer for now, but as always, let's go back to the realm of CSS. Now let's grab the footer itself. Okay. And text align here is going to be center. It centers the footer, make it look balanced and pleasing the eye. Margin top at 20. It gives a footer a bit of breathing space, preventing it from feeling cramped. The color is going to be 888. The color is set to gray, providing a sophisticated touch that complements the overall design. Font size 14 pixels. Okay. Okay, devs, keep coding, keep creating, and don't be afraid to explore new ideas. If you love this video, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more coding like this one. Until next time, happy coding, and may your website be amazing. See you.